Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weekly Tarot Forecast. Now, usually I do each and every zodiac sign for the week, and I upload it on Monday. But here in Southern California, we had some insane winds and fires that have completely knocked out my electricity, my Wi-Fi, everything. So my laptop has some juice, and I'm using my phone as a hotspot. Unfortunately, I can't use it long enough to do all 12 of the zodiac signs. I might consider doing them tomorrow, Tuesday, so it might be a day late, but I definitely wanted to get a weekly forecast out because not only do we have Halloween, so happy Halloween to those who celebrate, but we also have a full moon. So I really wanted to tap into this energy, see what it holds for all of us as a collective. And it's not just people, they look at their rising, their moon, their sun, and yes, they are all valid and they are all important. But if you ever look at your forecast and wonder, well, that didn't happen for me, because it's not just about the signs, it's about your level of consciousness, our ability to use that energy in a constructive manner. So sometimes when you see these forecasts, it's really helpful to understand the energy of the week so you can use that energy in a way that best benefits you instead of being at the mercy of or the whim of planetary movements or just an energy change. We're not at the whim of things. We are an extension of creation of the creator. So we have a lot more power and a lot more say and free will than you think. And it's all it takes is standing in that power. So let's jump in and let's see what the energies hold for all of us this week. I'm really excited to see because it's been, this last week was pretty good. I know we're in Mercury retrograde and people are like, but guys, it happens like 4 times a year at least. So it's really for our own development. Okay, guys. I'm going to just tap in really quickly and see what this week holds. This is for the week of October 26th. So just one moment. Everyone else just ground out. And as for what loving guidance the universe has for all of us this week, what this week holds for all of us. Okay, this week is a little bit of a tug of war, but honestly to help us grow. So let's look at this. The 9 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the Magician, the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the King of Cups, 4 of Cups, Page of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. Honestly, guys, this is a really good week emotionally, as long as we don't give in to stress, into fearful thinking. Now, we start out the week right out the gate with the 9 of Swords. And when we have that, that's a lot of things on our mind, all the things that, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, regrets, things like that. And the universe is saying, no, maybe we might have carried this from the week. Maybe we've gotten into arguments. Let me get some clarity on this 9 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Honestly, this is not a bad kind of stress. Depends how you take it. But I think a lot of people are being inspired. When you have the Ace of Swords as the clarity card, I think a lot of people are having these really brilliant ideas for change, ideas to have better communication. Ace of Swords represents, inspiration. And sometimes whenever we do something new, and of course, when you have the Ace of Swords, yes, it's a good idea. Go for it. But also the beginning is bumpy, especially with communication. And we are Mercury retrograde. So really watch how you express your ideas, watch those emails, those text messages. And this is just natural stress, I feel, that comes from anything new. Maybe we're learning to communicate with our partners differently. Maybe we have this incredible idea for a business, but it's gone a little bumpy because we didn't launch on the right date, or it seemed really easy to do. And then when we did it, it was a little bit more challenging. But everything has a learning curve, guys. There's nothing to stress about. You have the 3 of Cups with the Magician. This says, guys, this idea, these changes that you're making for your life. And because it's a general reading, this is going to be different for everybody, but it is a new approach. It's a new idea. It's a new way of communicating. It's a new way of connecting. It's something new. Now, the 3 of Cups is good news, reasons to celebrate. Guys, it's okay if we trip up. When you ride a bike, you fall off. Dust yourself up. Get back on there again. Because this is the reasons to celebrate. You guys are manifesting, even looking at the cards, incredible new beginnings. Now, you have it with the 3 of Wands. So for some of you, this is going to be, the 3 of Wands represents all this abundance and prosperity and all the things that you're looking to manifest with this new idea of yours. Again, please, I want to make sure I'm not being too superfluous with my words, but the Ace of Swords is about progress with an idea. So whether your idea is to approach your relationships differently, a new business venture, a new project, taking on anything, I want you to understand this is kind of a wide scope here. So whenever we bump, we think, did I make the right decision? Did I mess up? Was I too vulnerable? Maybe I bit off more than I can chew. You're fine. You're fine. It's going to be wonderful. The Three of Wands and the manifestation card, the Magician, this is going to reap incredible rewards. And it's not just abundance in terms of prosperity. It's emotional, guys. How you feel. You're going to feel fulfilled and loved and happiness. I think this is wonderful. And we have these retrogrades and we have these challenging energies in order to break out of old cycles. It's not here to gloom and doom and punish any of us. It feels like that sometimes. Like, shit, did we have enough 2020? But it's really to have these new experiences. And it's coming on in, guys. Now we have the Two of Swords with the King of Cups. And this is what I'm talking about. This is that stressful energy. But it's okay. The Two of Swords is when you're procrastinating or you're pretending there's not a problem and there really is. And it's an ability to come to an agreement of some form. I think for a lot of people, this is going to be how we communicate, how we express, how we move forward. Because when you have it with the King of Cups, not only are the people that this is saying it's safe to trust this process, but even more, the King of Cups represents creative solutions. The solutions you're looking for, the answers, whether it's a project, a relationship, it doesn't matter. It's going to be different than before. And doesn't that make sense? Because you want a different outcome than before, right? A better outcome than before. So it only stands to reason that what we do and how we do it and the intention that we hold has to be a little different as well. So when we have this Two of Swords, it's really best to not overanalyze some of the little bumps, the conversations, the decisions. Don't overanalyze them. There's nothing to overanalyze. Just make a decision. Make a decision because you make it more complicated. But make sure when you make it, it feels good. The King of Cups is about really be a generous and loving space. So if you think, well, I don't feel good, I'm still confused. Well, when you give it the options, which one makes you a kind? Which option expresses kindness? Love, self-respect, which one accurately reflects your heart and your spirit? And then that's the answer. Four of Cups, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. This is about a lot of emotional fulfillment. When we have the Four of Cups, for some of us, just watch out, guys, for sabotaging, especially emotionally with somebody else. The Page of Cups and Nine of Cups, I mean, these are soulmate energies. This is loving energy, someone who gets you intuitively. Now, can this be a romantic partner? Absolutely. But it can also be a best friend, a collaborator, a family member. This is about an incredibly rewarding emotional time in your life, but the universe is giving you a warning. I see a warring between an old pattern that's dying out and a new pattern and reality emerging. And that's what this energy is. And doesn't that make sense with the full moon? The full moon is the ending of cycles, the emergence of something new, so this is what it is. So you might feel slightly bipolar this week, like, yes, I can do this. And I'm so full of energy and love and creative, passion. And next week, it's like, oh my God, did I do everything? What if I messed up? Oh my God, So if you do a little bit of flip flop, I think the extreme is only really going to be reflective in the level of your consciousness. Now, this is not an insult. We have to develop awareness, like, oh, wait, I do this every time. I do this every time. It's bringing it to the front. And honestly, guys, awareness is 60% of the job, at least. The rest is just the tools. And so the Four of Cups is saying, watch out for any kind of, when we get bored emotionally or discontent, that happens. You might sabotage an opportunity that's right in front of you for happiness and love. The Nine of Cups, it ends on the Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true, living your reality. Now, nothing is perfect. No relationship, no business, no person. Souls are perfect, but our egos kind of get in the way here. And this week is giving you an opportunity to really step into a new way of being, of feeling, of thinking, this new idea that you have for yourself, whether it's in career or relationships or with yourself or health. It's a good idea. Move forward with it. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to be bumpy. Are you going to trip? For sure. We all do. But that doesn't mean you made a wrong decision. It doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It doesn't mean you're not capable. Whenever you're breaking out of old cycles and old paradigms, you always stumble at first. And it's not a test per se, but it's you recognizing, okay, of course I wasn't going to be perfect out of the gate because my first time doing it. But it holds so much happiness. All the things you're manifesting in every way, because it's general, is coming in. But you have to make space for it by removing the old structures and belief systems. This is an incredible week. It might feel a little tug of war, but it's mostly mental, and it can create self-sabotage, but you'll recognize it. I know you will. And when you find yourself overanalyzing or being afraid, recognize that fear isn't real. It feels very real. It feels like its own entity, but it's not. And a belief is only a thought you keep thinking. So do your best, whether it's saying cancel, clear, delete, or putting on mantras or meditating, or sometimes I watch people on YouTube that really inspire me and it gets me back into alignment. That all works, guys. But this is an incredible week. We're breaking out of old cycles and stepping into new ones, and what a week to do it. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, a very happy Halloween or solstice. It's a solstice, right? Yes, Samhain. Am I pronouncing that right? Samhain. And a beautiful full moon, guys. So enjoy the energy. If you have things to let go of, release it on the full moon. It's a beautiful ceremony. And I will see you guys next week for next week's weekly forecast, guys. Take care.